Today we're diving deep into something I've been getting a lot of questions about lately, and it's if you should hold off on buying a Tesla Model Y right now. Well, there's some pretty big news coming in the form of a Model Y Juniper refresh, and it's looking like a pretty major upgrade is right around the corner. If you've been eyeing Tesla's most popular vehicle, you're going to want to stick around because I'm breaking down everything you need to know from the fresh new design, new features, and some bad news for current owners. Let's get into it. Alright, the first and biggest reason you should pump the brakes on that Model Y purchase is simple. The Juniper refresh is right around the corner. Tesla's been hard at work making big changes, and if you buy now, you're going to miss out on a bunch of upgrades. So unless you absolutely need a car today, waiting might be the smart move. We've got some big hints that production for this refreshed Model Y is already in the works. We're seeing some hints over in China where Tesla's Shanghai Gigafactory slowed down production of the current Model Y. Now this could be due to market slowdowns, but when you zoom out and look at patterns, Tesla's done this before, right before introducing a new model like the Model 3 Highland. Could they just be retooling for the Juniper refresh? Well, it sure looks like it if you ask me. And speaking of patterns, remember how the Model 3 came out first in China and Europe before hitting the US? It looks like we might see that same playbook here with the Juniper Model Y, dropping first in Europe and Asia by the end of this year or early next year in 2025, and then subsequently dropping in North America mid-2025 to late 2025. But as always with Tesla, plans can certainly change fast. Tesla has been working on this Juniper project behind closed doors for a while now, but we're finally getting glimpses of what the car could look like. A video surfaced from Tesla's Berlin Gigafactory shows a Model Y wrapped in camouflage, and a lot of people are convinced it's a new Juniper refresh. Now it's important to note that not everyone agrees on this. Some people think it's just a standard Model Y being used for factory testing. But based on what we've seen with previous refreshes like the Model 3 Highland, this camo could easily be Tesla's way of hiding the new design until they're ready to officially show it off. The Juniper refresh does mean some bad news for current owners, especially if you just took delivery of a Model Y. With this refresh coming, your Model Y could feel outdated a lot sooner than expected. Sure, Tesla is always making improvements, but this refresh is shaping up to be a more substantial one than the usual updates. The Juniper refresh is going to bring some much needed updates on the exterior, while likely changing the headlights, the bumper, and the overall look. The new design is going to make your Model Y look fresh for years to come. However, if you're set on buying a Tesla right now, there are some solid deals to take advantage of. Tesla is offering discounts and some pretty attractive incentives to keep the sales momentum going ahead of the refresh. You can even use a referral link to snag some extra savings. And speaking of referrals, there's a new Tesla referral program. If you know someone that owns a Tesla or if you want to support my channel, you can use my referral link and get $1,000 off your purchase. That's a nice chunk of change that might make a difference, especially if you're debating on to buy now or later. My referral link is in the description below, and you can pair it up with that special 1.99% APR financing deal that is currently going on for the Model Y and the Model 3. That's pretty tough to beat if you ask me, and I think it's a fantastic deal. I will note a reason to get the Model Y now is because of the great discounts that are currently offered. When a new Model Y Juniper drops, you'll not have these insane discounts, special financing deals and promotions, and probably no referral link benefits. Now this is where things get really exciting, the interior. If you've seen the changes in the refreshed Model 3, expect a lot of that to carry over to the Model Y Juniper. And this is where probably a lot of people will choose to wait for the Model Y refresh. We're talking about ambient lighting, which should add a nice premium touch, along with a rear entertainment system and ventilated and heated seats. All the stuff that takes the passenger experience to the next level. And if you're tired of the old wood trim Tesla's been using, then good news. The Juniper Model Y is likely to ditch that in favor of a modern minimalist design. But here's a controversial update. Tesla might also remove the turn signal and windshield wiper stalks from the steering wheel. They did that in the Model 3 refresh, and given Elon's philosophy that inputs equal error, it's likely to make its way to the Model Y Juniper too. Some people love it, some people hate it, but hey, that's Tesla for you, cutting costs wherever possible. We've also seen leaked photos of what looks like the new center console, which is very similar to the refreshed Model 3. You've also got a more heavily tinted all-glass roof, giving the cabin that open, airy feel. Oh, and one more thing, Tesla's adding acoustic glass for a quieter, more serene driving experience, while still keeping out heat and UV rays. Now this is where things get really interesting. Tesla is already working on Hardware 5, now dubbed as AI 5, and it's a massive leap from what's currently rolling out with Hardware 4. We're talking about a whole new level of autonomy and processing power. If you've been impressed by Tesla's self-driving tech so far, this next-gen hardware is set to blow you away. Tesla has teamed up with Samsung to create a custom self-driving chip that uses a cutting-edge 4nm process. This might sound like a small detail, but in the world of chip making, smaller is better. You might be asking why. Because it means that the chip can be faster, more efficient, and cram even more computing power into a smaller space. This is what's going to unlock Tesla's full self-driving potential and push it closer to being the kind of sit back and relax autonomous experience we've been waiting for. But it also does not stop there. Samsung isn't just helping with the chip, they're also developing all new cameras for the system. And these aren't just your average cameras. We're talking about 8 megapixel sensors, way better than the current setup, so Tesla can get sharper, more detailed images of the road and everything around it. All of this means better self-driving performance, especially in tricky weather situations, and overall improved safety. And when you combine that with a faster, more efficient AI 5 chip, it's clear that the upcoming hardware upgrades will take Tesla's autonomous driving to a whole new level. So if you're thinking about getting a Model Y right now, you might want to pause because AI 5 could be a major upgrade that makes the current hardware feel outdated real fast. Let's talk about range because that's a big deal. Rumor has it that the Model Y Juniper is about to deliver a massive upgrade in range. We're talking about a potential 25% boost, which would push their long-range version up to an impressive 400 miles on a single charge. Now if you've owned or driven an EV, you know that range anxiety is real. Even though 300 miles is already solid, stretching that to 400 miles takes it to a whole new level. It's a kind of number that makes you seriously rethink what's possible with an electric car. But it's not just a bigger battery pack slapped onto the current model. Tesla's going about this the right way, refining a car from the ground up. There's also a rumor that the Juniper refresh is going to feature major aerodynamic improvements. We're looking at a sleeker, redesigned front bumper, borrowing some cues from the Model 3 Highland update. It's subtle but important, and this streamlined design is all about cutting through the air more efficiently, reducing drag, and getting you those extra miles per charge. But here's where things get even more exciting, a potential new powertrain. Tesla might be swapping out some of those rare earth minerals, making the car both lighter and cheaper to produce. Less weight equals better efficiency. And a more efficient powertrain means not just more range, but potentially faster acceleration and overall performance. So we're talking about a Model Y that's not only cheaper to build, but also more powerful, lighter, and with killer range. If these rumors hold up, waiting for the Juniper Model Y could be the smartest move you make this year. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like and let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. Are you holding out for the Model Y refresh, or are you going to pull the trigger right now? Also, make sure you're subscribed if you have not already and hit that bell so you don't miss the next video. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.